All right, Bannock County Commissioners are back in session Tuesday, July 22nd, and we get to start off with indigent. Chantel.
Chantel Laulu with Indigent Services. The first case that I have for you is case number 20250042. It's an application for cremation expenses through Wilkes Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The application was submitted by the son of the deceased. They do meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program, and the applicant has agreed to a $25 a month repayment plan upon approval of this application. Case number 20250043. It's an application for cremation expenses through Cornelison Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased is a 57-year-old male. He did meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program. And there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. Case number 20250044. It's application for cremation expenses through Wilkes Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased does meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program. And there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. And then case number 20250045, it's an application for cremation expenses through Manning Wheatley Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased does meet all Idaho Code criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. And then case number 20250046, it's an application for cremation expenses through Manning Wheatley Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The recommendation is a denial of this application pursuant to Idaho Code 313403. We were able to locate family who is willing to cover the final expenses of this request, and so Bannock County does not appear to be the last resource of payment for these final expenses.
Okay. Any questions?
No. Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we approve case 20250042, 0043, 0044, 0045, and that we have a denial on case 20250046.
Okay, we have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Chantel.
Yes.
Adam.
Good morning, gentlemen. This morning, Adam McKinney, Chief Technical Officer. This morning I am just seeking a signature on this memorandum of understanding for moving the repeater equipment we talked about from the PSC site on Sedgwick to our site on Sedgwick. This has been through legal, and it has been signed by Caribou and Franklin County Commissions both already. We're still waiting on Bear Lake. They had turnover in their emergency manager department, but we've talked about this before. This is just to move that. It's a fallback UHF, VHF fire and search and rescue repeater from the PSC site to our site on Sedgwick.
Very good. Any other questions for Adam on that?
Shouldn't we charge Franklin County more?
Probably. We'll send that down to Swainston and see what he says.
That's what I was thinking about. I'd go ahead and make a motion that we sign this MOU.
Okay, I have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And Adam, would you give a 30-second update to the board on the approval for the grant program we talked about yesterday? Just let them know.
For the next gen?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So Next Gen 911, the IPSCC did go ahead and submit a grant on behalf. A county, Lewis County, is carrying the grant for all the counties and PSAPs in the state. It has been approved. We will get Next Gen Core Services paid for through IPSCC, through the grant program. The ETA to sign that contract is actually like the week after next, probably the first week. It's been through the Attorney General, the Governor's office. It's all been approved. It's all been okayed. And our timeline for getting installation will probably be sometime 18 months time to be finished. So probably start this spring, probably finish it near the fall or the following spring. So
that is a huge deal, because how big of a savings is that to us for upgrading?
It almost immediately puts about $150,000 a year back into our 911 budget, just on camera trunk lines alone, text to 911. There's a few other auxiliary services we get over the top for 911 that we pay for separately. And it will allow us to eventually integrate, like, we're currently on a contract with Connexus for AlertSense, but there's all these things that are included in Next Gen 911 that we're currently paying for separately. So it could be a savings of as much of, nearly $200,000 a year for us, so.
Cool. Wonderful.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited, so when I saw Adam on the agenda this morning, I thought that'd give him just.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, and I'm glad we did it. And all the PSAPs in the state, with the exception of the one county that doesn't participate, which is Ada County, have agreed. So the entire state will be on the same system all across the entire state. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Very good.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Let's move things around a little bit. Jason, you want to come on up?
Good morning, Commissioners, Mr. Chair. I'm here, Jason Dye, Trial Court Administrator, representing D6 Treatment, and I have a couple of leases or contracts that we're requesting a signature on. The first one is a copy machine through Dex Imaging. I understand that Ashley came here previously. We reviewed a contract with Dex and a contract with Fisher, and Dex was able to beat it for price, and we had some issues getting working with Fisher, so we felt like Dex would be our best option, and they've given us a price where we would purchase the copier for $7,495, and then we'll have quarterly service agreement of $75.
Any questions on that?
75.00,
Which one?
Yeah.
the maintenance agreement.
$75.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said, I didn't know whether you was putting some 100 behind there or not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that kind of went, all right. That's a big service agreement.
Yeah, that would be big. It is quarterly. We met with Christy, and she's reviewed that we'll have money to be able to purchase it, and we have it in our budget to pay the.
And that was my only question.
Yeah. Is there, I mean, at that amount, at 75 quarterly, what would happen if we just paid an annual service agreement? I mean, we're only talking $300. Is it easier just to write 4 different checks quarterly, or
It's set up, most of them are set up for
set up?
quarterly.
So
it's
that's
just
how they
consistent.
prefer it that way as well.
Well, it's just consistent.
Okay.
If we're not getting service, they don't get a check.
$75. So,
Yeah, that's true.
with that, I'll go ahead and make the motion that we go ahead and sign that agreement with Dex for that copy machine.
Okay, we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
The next is a lease agreement with Power County for D6 treatment. We have a Power County Treatment Court there, and they provide services for them. Back in October 1st, 2019, we had a lease agreement with them to pay $135 a month for rental space for them to do groups and individuals on there in Power County. At some point about a year ago, we were paying rent in Franklin County of $400 a month for a total of $4,800 a year. We spoke with IDOC, and they were letting us use their space. And in exchange, they asked us to pay rent in Power County of $135 a month. And so it would give us a savings of, we were paying $4,800, and it would give us, and now we will be paying $1,620. So it gives us a significant opportunity to save money by paying their rent in Power County and us using their space in Franklin County.
So do they pay anything for the services that we're offering?
Power County?
Either one, Power or Franklin.
No, we We bill the patients.
Yeah, each participant, they do benefit from the services because, it's their constituents, their program helps them, they reduce costs, incarceration, all those things. And so we feel like 135 is like an agreed upon amount, but they help with drug testing, they provide a drug tester for them, so in other ways they help the treatment court program in both of the counties, and so we felt like the 135 for rent is a good way to do that. And a lot of times they're putting that 135, not in every county, but in some of the counties they're actually putting that 135 back into the treatment court fund, just so that they have more money to be able to run the program and provide appropriate services.
Well, I just get thinking that Bannock County provides everything. And $135 a month, I mean, sometimes people need to kick in some of these other counties. Just my opinion.
I agree, and they all have some skin in the game. Not as much where you're the fiscal agent for D6, but most of the revenue comes from them billing for providing treatment, and so we're able to be somewhat self-sustaining that way, and work as an enterprise fund.
It's good for us. So,
The one question I have, and I don't know why, I read through this, and I thought somewhere in the written text, I thought it said Fremont County. I probably misread it. Where would I be looking for that to make sure that that's, because we're moving from Franklin to Power County in that agreement?
Well, it doesn't actually mention Franklin County.
I don't even know where yeah.
It just talks about IDOC. We pay their rent, and in exchange, we haven't paid rent in Franklin County at all.
And it seems strange to me.
But it's not mentioned in
okay,
this
and I don't know where
contract.
I picked up Fremont, and I just want to make sure that, that there wasn't a typo somewhere in there, so.
And Jason, I didn't look at this before, but is there an out clause for the
Yeah.
lease?
termination.
Yeah, in the
30-day notice.
Okay. For reporting purposes on leases, if I have an out clause, it's different reporting. That's the
Okay.
reason I was asking.
Yeah. If you don't have the original lease agreement, it has all the termination information on it. I can give it to you.
Okay, any further questions? Nope. I'll take a motion then.
Go ahead and make a motion that we sign the agreement with Power County D6.
Okay, we have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Ms. Davenport.
Christy Davenport, Management Assistant. Before you is a reimbursement agreement that was brought to me by the City of Chubbuck, by Joey Bowers, and it is pertaining to their part of the proposed reimbursement potential for the landfill fee waiver for the demolition of the Pine Ridge Mall. You will notice that the date on the first page is blank, and that is because under agreement number 1, it states that the effective date would be once all parties have signed. So once Simon CRE signs, then that will be filled in. So.
And this agreement technically is with the Chubbuck Development Authority, not
Right.
necessarily the City of Chubbuck,
Oh, yes.
because that's where the funds will come from.
Right.
Okay. Do you have a chance to look at that or anything?
I did. Yeah, I don't necessarily have an issue. It does contain a indemnity clause, but it's between public agencies, and there is a severability clause. So I don't have issues with this contract.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
No.
Okay,
So I'll make the motion that we will go ahead and approve the signature on the reimbursement agreement with the city of, is it City of Chubbuck or is it the
Chubbuck Development Authority. CDA.
Chubbuck Development Authority.
Okay, we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The next item you have before you is a mileage reimbursement request for Commissioner Huff. He traveled to Salt Lake City with Commissioner Moser for the recent NACO conference, and they came home on different dates, and so his wife picked him up at the airport, so we're just requesting mileage for one way back to Pocatello.
I apologize for being brain dead, not doing this before, so that's on me. I'll own that.
And that is the general rule. But I paid more than this for my parking. That's all late. So, I mean, I'm just saying that not having a third car down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason I did it. I didn't want to take
Yeah,
a
and
third
that-
car and have it sitting for the week
And
as well.
Right.
that is a great point. You know, sometimes I think the mileage would be cheaper for the county than having a vehicle down there for.
So, anyway,
I'll go ahead and make the motion that we approve that reimbursement for mileage.
Okay, we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
I will abstain from signing that since it's mine.
But you have to sign it. You are an employee.
Ms. Clauser.
Mr. Clauser, Comptroller, I have before the board, before you guys were going to be gone, you gave me permission to do manual checks for alcohol for the concert, for the Stephen Wilson concert. So I have those invoices, and then we missed paying for the tractor that was authorized before you left as well. So we did a manual check for it. I did email all commissioners and received separate responses authorizing me to do these manual checks. But if you would sign those invoices in lieu of a commission report, you signing these invoices gives me the authority to release those checks
And
formally.
for the record, the final purchase price on the tractor after the trade-in was $85,745,
They gave us $25,000 for the
the trade-in.
trade-in, which was an extremely generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So we played that one right.
The way that whole thing worked out,
Yeah.
that's nothing shy of a miracle.
Yeah.
And if I can have those invoices back, I need to file them. And those are the only things that need to be signed. You don't need to sign anything in the packet,
Oh,
because that's what I just need to do. But those were the
okay.
so,
Let's see. Do we need a motion on those?
I'd make a motion that we, on the record, approve signature for purchases and manual checks.
Okay, we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, Matthew.
Before you, I have 3 ancillary concert insurance policies that we've done like others in the past. This is for the Dwight Yoakam concert on July 26th coming up, the John Bonamassa on August 6th, and the Old Dominion on August 8th. These are all with Philadelphia Insurance. So just asking for approval of those applications, and then once we receive the contracts for them, they will be bound by mutual insurance.
Thank you,
Yeah.
honestly, for this. This is having that ahead of time and all the concerts we're doing.
Yeah,
Thank you
we've-
for your work and efforts.
We've got more coming for you on Thursday.
Great. Just means we're having better.
Yeah, we're trying to be more proactive for sure, less reactive.
And what's your thoughts on getting one big blanket policy for next year?
They're working on it. They might have a brokerage that they can work with to do that. So it's too late to do that. I mean, we did that on the alcohol policy this year, but we're still looking at options for next year.
Cool.
And then I should, on those 2 concerts that were going to be a little bit more difficult to cover, I should have a couple options to run past you next week. So
Very good.
I think we'll have all the policies in place for all the concerts planned.
Very good. Very good.
I'd go ahead and make a motion.
Okay.
We approve the insurance policies for our concerts coming up this next week.
Okay, we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great.
Thank you.
The only question I have is, to date, have we had any issues requiring any claims against insurance, liability insurance?
No, and we didn't last year that I'm aware of, other than, I think there was one truck that was part of the setup that hit a parking bollard or something, but it wasn't a claim from a concert goer or anything. It was part of the concert setup, so.
Okay.
And I think that claim's been closed.
That's good news.
Yep. All right, with that, we're at resolutions and ordinances. We have resolution 2025-49, awarding a firearm to the retired deputy per the sheriff's discussion. Any questions on that? I'll move that we approve that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We do have, let's see, what do we got next? We have June 2025 Commissioner Proceedings and Excel Engineering Proposal for Geotechnical Evaluation that we talked about earlier and approved, so any discussion on either of those?
Nope.
All right, I move that we approve the letters and notices as outlined. And then with that, we are to the
Want a
consent.
motion?
Oh, yes.
You got a motion?
Yeah, sorry. Any further discussion on those? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
With that, we are to the claims agenda and consent agenda. Any discussion on items in that?
No. I'll make a motion that we go ahead and approve those items on the claims and the consent agenda.
Okay, we have a motion. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. With that, we will be adjourned until,
Just a couple of comments.
not adjourned, we'll be at recess.
You made a comment yesterday, you'd talk with Hal, I'm at the exhibit hall. Just,
Oh, yes. Yeah, sorry about that. The, Hal did a semi-final inspection on the exhibit hall, and he said it will be done as soon as Dan packs up his stuff and pulls it out. Dan was putting on the railings in the handicap stalls yesterday, and that was the end of it, so we will be ready for Fair Week. Dan once again pulled off the miracle, and
Does he have a red cape?
one other item, I had a meeting with Jim Plan the Thursday that we left, or the Wednesday that we left, and through COVID, they got some money from the state, and Bannock County is gonna get $217,000 back
oh, nice.
through that, so we was excited about that.
For insurance purposes, so we can go back into that budget for
back in the
Jim
health
Plan and
insurance
insurance costs. Good for you.
There are a little bit of ties. It's COVID money, so it's federal, so we have to report it, but, and it'll count towards single audit, but
Cool.
make sure those stay voted when you're done.
Okay.
Same order?
Yeah, only because those are gonna get pushed through for Thursday's payments, since they've been held for a couple weeks.
No problem.
That's why she had 2 stacks for you, I think.
Don't pile it up here.
No. It's a lot of pressure because you're the last guy to touch it.
I know.
Just saying.
Are we done for now?
Yeah, I thought I put us at recess, did I not? Oh, yeah. Okay, now